So you need a car to get from point A to point B, one that will get you around day in, day out and won't leave you stranded. But I know life's too short to drive a boring car, and that's why on Idealist, well, I'm gonna give you 10 of the best cheap daily driver sports cars ever. I'm Brad, this is Ideal, buckle up, and let's go. The Nissan 350Z. It's the ultimate in design, performance, and value. But don't take my word for it, because that's exactly what Car and Driver said when Nissan stunned us all and reintroduced us to the Z line. The Z has a beefy 3.5-liter V6 that rips over 300 horsepower stock to the rear wheels. Plus, it's got all the handling and character of a much more expensive European sports car with a bargain bin price tag.
The Z is perfect for quick rips around the neighborhood, long road trips, popping in at your local autocross, and everything in between. And if you get one with that crisp 6-speed manual, which you should, you'll be smiling every time you get behind the wheel.
Speaking of manuals, check out our best-selling Save the Manuals tee. It's the perfect addition to any Z or any Ideal car. You can snag it in the description below. And of course, guys, if we're talking about the Z, we gotta talk about its stablemate, the Infiniti G35. You really can't go wrong with either. And at these prices, they are steals of a deal. Okay, so some of you need a little bit more room in your ride. Well, the Dodge Challenger is the perfect solution. It's the ideal car for an enthusiast looking for a comfortable ride, stylish looks, and a behemoth under the hood.
While the V8 is the clear answer here, even with the V6, you'll have plenty of power when the pedal hits the metal. And with its retro design and huge aftermarket support, turning your Challenger into an absolute head turner is ridiculously easy.
It's the perfect choice for a huge variety of use cases, and as long as you don't mind the meager gas mileage, you'll be enjoying yourself for years to come. Now, you already know that Trav is basically the world's biggest simp for Dodge products for some reason, so it's no surprise that recommending a Challenger is on this list. And with these prices, it's hard to argue against him. Okay guys, hot off the press, good news. Because if you're really in the market for a new ride, well, you should go check out the new Ideal Car Strategies. It's chock full of all the tips and tricks that we use to buy our ideal cars and then sell them for more. I've linked to it down in our new free workshop down below. So check it out if you want to pay less and make more on your next ideal ride. It's completely free. What do you have to lose? Now, back to the list. If you're looking for the ultimate fun, affordable enthusiast ride, look no further than the Holy Trinity. No, not that Holy Trinity. This Holy Trinity. The FRS BRZ86 is the best in Japanese entry-level enthusiast rides. It handles like a dream. It's got sleek styling and an aftermarket support that goes to infinity and beyond.
Whatever you want to do with your ride, the BRZ/86 is the perfect canvas upon which to paint your masterpiece. Whether it's an off-roader, a drift monster, or just a fun daily driver.
So, get to it, Picasso. But real quick, let's pour one out for the Scion. Yes, you knew it was only a matter of time before we added the ultimate driving machine to this list. Now, BMW has no shortage of killer enthusiast rides you should consider picking up. You know, we can't praise the 335i with that N54 enough. But there's another BMW with a 3 in it that you should consider.
How does a naturally aspirated Bavarian straight 6 ripping to the rear wheels with a sweet 5-speed manual sound to you? Because it sounds pretty friggin' ideal to me.
The BMW Z3, it's an enthusiast car in its purest form. It'll make every corner feel like a rouge.
And it was raining, and then Sarah Moore loses the back of the car, goes broadside.
And life is just a little bit different when you go topless and the wind's in your hair and a BMW badge is on your hood. It's like a more sophisticated Miata. And to experience it for yourself, consider picking up this BMW Z3 for a little more than $5K. Just make sure to set aside a few grand more to fix the cooling system, because it's plastic and it breaks. Downright, the C5 Chevrolet Corvette is the perfect car for any enthusiast. It's got everything that you need and nothing that you don't, because it's fast, it's sleek, and it's got a beautiful American V8 under the hood. Well, that's not all. You see, the C5 Corvette is also versatile. It's perfect for the weekend drive on a sunny day, but it's also great for running errands around town. You know, you can even take it to the track and show off your driving skills.
And let's not forget about the price. The C5 Corvette is a bargain compared to other sports cars in its class. You'll get all the performance and style you want without breaking the bank. Plus, they're pretty freaking reliable, and they get unbelievably good gas mileage.
Is pushing it for a cheap daily driver. But come on, the Corvette, it's an American icon. It's a race car you can daily drive, and it's probably the greatest performance bargain of all time. And if you pick up one like this one with only 68,000 miles on the ticker, odds are the thing's only gonna appreciate as long as you take care of it. So what are you waiting for? Use the Ideal Car strategies and go pick up yourself a C5. I'll provide the New Balances and jorts. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. GM may shed some of its iconic brands over the years, but before Pontiac and Saturn kicked the bucket, they released this iconic duo.
The Pontiac Solstice and Saturn Sky are America's answer to the Miata. They're fun, affordable, everyday sports cars, and since they were designed by Americans for Americans, they're actually comfortable if you're taller than 5'7". Sorry, Miata lovers, it had to be said.
Seriously, these twins might be the most underrated sports cars on the market, so don't tell anybody. And you can take advantage of that fact by getting in at a low price. Heck, you can even find them in their Turbo GXP or Redline trim for just a little more green and have yourself 260 horses, and it's in a street legal go-kart. Now that's ideal. Gather around because I'm about to tell you why the SN95 Mustang GT is an absolute winner for car enthusiasts looking for a sporty daily driver. Picture this. You've got a 4.6 liter V8 engine under the hood, pumping out a really respectable 260 ponies.
But here's the kicker. It's not just about straight line speed. Even with its antiquated live rear axle, with some basic suspension improvements, the SN95 Mustang GT can be made to handle corners like a champ, making every drive a little adventure. Plus, you'll never get tired of that V8 soundtrack.
And these Mustangs, well, they tend to be more budget friendly than some of the newer models, making them more accessible for more enthusiasts, guys like you, me. And here is where it gets even sweeter than iced tea. Aftermarket support for the SN95 Mustang is nothing short of amazing. You can easily tweak and customize this pony to your heart's content, whether you want more power, some better handling, or just something more unique to look at. With an SN95, you're not only getting a thrilling daily driver, but you're also tapping into a world of potential upgrades and personalization options that will really make this Mustang your very own. It's a win-win for car enthusiasts who appreciate both performance and value. The GTI is a car that has become one of our default recommendations. I mean, it's the humble Golf's louder, rowdier big brother. It's long been a go-to for enthusiasts as one of the most fun front-wheel drive rides around. Plus, it's hard to beat the practicality of a hatchback. So why not dive into the hot hatch heaven with a 6-speed Mark 6 GTI for $6,000? That's devilishly a good deal.
But seriously, enthusiasts and racing drivers from around the world, from Jeremy Clarkson to Ferrari driver Carlos Sainz, love the GTI for its versatility, practicality, build quality, and fun factor. Brad and I have owned quite a few of them.
And with the right tune and supporting mods, well, you're gonna have an absolute sleeper on your hands ready to take down supercars. Now, of course, I don't have the time to run through every good, fun, affordable daily driver, so I'm gonna run through a couple picks for you that you should look at because that is today's honorable mention. And the first up is the Acura Integra, which yes, might be making a comeback, but if you want one on the cheap, check out the Acura RSX. And on the subject of Japanese luxury, an older Lexus IS or SC can be a hoot. And if cars from Deutschland is more your thing, we'll check out an Audi TT or even a BMW 1 Series. Although they're not very good lookers. And now, for our number one pick. You've heard of being catfished, and heck, you probably already have been because I got catfished a lot. And when Chevy launched the 4th gen Camaro, its looks didn't really do it any favors. Thankfully though, halfway through its run, they decided to shove the legendary Corvette LS1 under the hood. Now, an LS1 Corvette is already a performance bargain, But an LS1 Catfish Camaro is maybe the single most underrated American sports car of all time.
Only recently have enthusiasts started to realize just how excellent a pick this is. Over 300 beefy American horses, rear-wheel drive, and a crisp shifter ready to row through the gears. Plus, you can access pretty much all the same under-the-hood aftermarket available to the LS1 Corvette, so power gains are pretty much a lock.
And as the sun sets on the age of internal combustion American muscle cars, you're gonna want to snap up one of these because, well, prices are about to skyrocket. Well, there you have it. Fun, daily drivable sports cars that you can still actually afford. And as long as you're here, go check out these Ideal vids up here, or whatever YouTube recommends you watch next down here. I'm Brad, this is Ideal. Like, subscribe, turn on that notification bell. Promise me one thing, keep living the Ideal lifestyle.